Have you ever wondered what happens when the world of glitz and glamour collides with the stark realities of everyday life? This is a story of fame, compassion, and unexpected heroism, centered around the beloved South Korean actor, Kim Soo-hyun. It was a chilly evening in Seoul, South Korea. The streets outside the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts were bustling with excitement. A special event was being held, a meet and greet with none other than Kim Soo-hyun, the heartthrob of millions worldwide. Fans from all corners of the globe had gathered, holding posters and wearing merchandise to show their adoration for the actor. Among the crowd was Mi-kyung, a young girl from a small town outside Seoul. She had saved for months from her part-time job at a local cafe to afford the train ticket to Seoul and the entry fee to this event. Her clothes were modest, her shoes slightly worn, but her eyes sparkled with the anticipation of meeting her idol. As the event started, Kim Soo-hyun made his grand entrance, greeted by cheers and flashes from cameras. He was every bit the charismatic star the public adored, his smile never fading as he interacted with his fans. Mi-kyung's heart raced as her turn approached to meet Kim. Finally, as she stepped forward, her excitement was palpable. However, just as she reached the front, a security guard noticed her shabby attire amidst the otherwise well-dressed crowd. Concerned about the event's image, he assumed she might have sneaked in and decided she didn't belong there. Roughly grabbing her arm, he said, "Sorry, you need to leave. You don't seem to have the VIP pass." Tears welled up in Mi-kyung's eyes as she tried to protest, showing her general admission ticket, which was all she could afford. "Please, I just want to meet Kim Soo-hyun," she pleaded. Kim Soo-hyun, who was signing autographs, looked up at the commotion. His eyes met Mi-kyung's, and in them, he saw not just a fan, but a reflection of his own humble beginnings. He remembered his early days when he was just another face in the crowd, dreaming big and struggling to be noticed. Without a moment's hesitation, Kim stood up and approached the security guard. "It's okay," he said gently, "she's with me." The guard, taken aback, released Mi-kyung. Kim Soo-hyun then took her by the hand and led her to the front of the room. The crowd watched in stunned silence, then erupted into applause. Kim spent several minutes talking to Mi-kyung, asking about her life, her dreams, and her journey to the event. He then signed her poster and took several photos with her, each pose filled with genuine smiles and laughter. As the event continued, Kim made a point to address the crowd. "Every person here is important," he stated. "Fame and wealth are fleeting, but kindness lasts forever. Let's remember to treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of their appearance or background." The story of Kim Soo-hyun's kind act spread like wildfire across social media, with fans praising his humility and graciousness. Mi-kyung's story was shared thousands of times, turning her from a nearly ejected fan into a symbol of hope and determination. Mi-kyung, overwhelmed by the support, used her newfound fame to advocate for less fortunate individuals who dream of breaking their own boundaries. Kim Soo-hyun's gesture not only changed her life but also inspired countless others to look beyond the surface and recognize the dignity in everyone. As the curtains fell on the event that night, the message was clear: true character is revealed not by how one handles their successes, but by how they reach out to those in need. Kim Soo-hyun, a superstar to the world, had proven to be a hero in the eyes of a young girl who would never forget the night her idol stood up for her. This story serves as a reminder that kindness, indeed, knows no bounds. Reflecting upon the events of that unforgettable night, Mi-kyung felt a profound transformation within herself. Gone was the girl who felt invisible, replaced by someone who believed in her worth and potential. The words and actions of Kim Soo-hyun had ignited a spark within her, inspiring her to pursue her dreams with renewed vigor and confidence. The days following the event were a whirlwind of opportunities for Mi-kyung. Local media outlets, intrigued by the viral story, sought her out for interviews. Each time she recounted her experience, she emphasized the kindness Kim Soo-hyun had shown her and how it had deeply impacted her life. Her story resonated with many, drawing attention not just from within South Korea but from international audiences as well. Moved by her sincerity and the powerful message she carried, a local businesswoman offered Mi-kyung a scholarship to attend a prestigious university. Thrilled with the opportunity to further her education, Mi-kyung accepted the offer, determined to make the most out of this new chapter in her life. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-hyun's act of kindness continued to ripple through the entertainment industry and beyond. Other celebrities began to take initiatives, engaging more openly and meaningfully with their fans, regardless of their social or economic status. Kim's simple yet profound gesture had set a new precedent, reminding everyone in the public eye of their potential to make a positive impact on individual lives and society at large. A year later, Mi-kyung, now a university student studying social work, organized a charity event aimed at helping underprivileged children access arts and education. She reached out to Kim Soo-hyun to participate, and without hesitation, he agreed to be the guest of honor. The event was a resounding success, raising significant funds and awareness. Kim Soo-hyun gave an inspiring speech, sharing his own experiences and the importance of giving back to the community. He praised Mi-kyung for her initiative and determination, highlighting how she had turned her life around and was now helping others do the same. As they stood together on stage, Mi-kyung felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and purpose. She realized that her journey was not just about overcoming her own obstacles but also about paving the way for others. Kim Soo-hyun, too, felt a deep satisfaction, seeing the direct impact of his actions on Mi-kyung and the broader community. Years passed, and Mi-kyung graduated with honors, dedicating her career to social work. She specialized in creating programs for disadvantaged youth, ensuring they had opportunities to succeed. Her efforts were recognized nationally, and she became a prominent advocate for social justice. Kim Soo-hyun continued his successful acting career but remained deeply involved in philanthropic efforts, often collaborating with Mi-kyung on various initiatives. Their friendship, rooted in that fateful encounter, grew stronger with each passing year, built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to making the world a better place. The story of that night at the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts, where a superstar stood up for a poor fan, had become a legend, not just in the entertainment world but also in discussions about kindness, humility, and the impact one individual can have on another's life. In the end, the message was clear: acts of compassion, no matter how small they may seem, can echo endlessly, transforming lives and inspiring others to spread kindness further. Kim Soo-hyun and Mi-kyung had shown that it doesn't take much to change the world, just a heart willing to see the good in others and the courage to act on it. Their legacy was a testament to the power of empathy and the unbreakable bonds it can create, reminding everyone that true greatness comes from how we treat one another. As Mi-kyung stood at her graduation, her thoughts drifted back to the night that changed her life. She remembered standing next to Kim Soo-hyun, the warmth of the spotlight, the applause of the crowd, but most importantly, the quiet understanding in Kim's eyes. That moment had not only opened doors for her but had also instilled a deep-seated belief in the power of kindness and the importance of giving voice to the voiceless. Inspired by her own experiences and the platform she had been given, Mi-kyung decided to write a book. Her aim was to share her story and the lessons she learned along the way, hoping to inspire others to believe in themselves and the impact of acts of kindness. The book, titled Light in the Shadows, detailed her journey from a small-town girl to a beacon of hope and change, thanks to a chance encounter with a kind-hearted celebrity. As the book hit the shelves, it quickly caught the public's attention. People were moved by Mi-kyung's honesty and her message of resilience and compassion. Schools began incorporating her book into their curriculum to teach students about social issues and the importance of community support. Book signings turned into forums where individuals shared their own stories of challenges and how small acts of kindness had helped them overcome difficulties. Kim Soo-hyun, ever supportive, wrote the foreword for her book. In it, he expressed his admiration for Mi-kyung's courage and her commitment to using her story to inspire and help others. He shared his reflections on the role of those in the public eye, to serve as a bridge between disparate worlds and to use their influence to foster a more empathetic and inclusive society. Their story, now shared by thousands, became a symbol of hope and the potential for change that lies within each act of kindness. Universities and conferences invited Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun to speak about their experiences and the impact of their actions. Together, they traveled, spreading their message of kindness and the importance of community support. One such event took them back to the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts, the very place where their paths had crossed in such a significant way. Standing on the stage, Mi-kyung looked out at the audience, her heart full. She shared her journey, her voice steady and strong, her message clear: every one of us has the capacity to be somebody's hero, to be the light that guides them through their darkest moments. Kim Soo-hyun joined her, adding, "Our actions, no matter how small, can ripple through the lives of others and create waves of change that we might only understand in hindsight." Their talk was met with a standing ovation, not just for their achievements, but for their enduring message of hope and human connection. The event was broadcasted, reaching millions, and sparking a global conversation about the role of celebrities in society and how personal stories can drive social change. Years later, Mi-kyung's initiatives had grown into a non-profit organization dedicated to providing educational and artistic opportunities to underprivileged youth. Kim Soo-hyun remained a close ally, using his fame to draw attention to important causes and to continue supporting Mi-kyung's efforts. As they looked back on their journey, both Kim Soo-hyun and Mi-kyung knew that the true measure of their success wasn't in the accolades or the fame but in the lives they had touched and the community they had built. Their legacy was not just in the change they had enacted but in the empowerment of others to enact change themselves. Their story, a testament to the power of empathy and action, continued to inspire, reminding everyone that within each of us lies the potential to make a difference, to turn a moment of kindness into a lifetime of impact. From that moment forward, Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun became symbols of hope and action. Their story was not just shared among fans and those within the entertainment industry, but it became a cornerstone of discussions in educational institutions, social forums, and even policy-making roundtables. Their journey highlighted the profound influence individuals could have when they choose to act with compassion and integrity. As their story grew, so did their mission. Mi-kyung's non-profit organization, now known as Luminous Paths, expanded globally, reaching out to underprivileged communities in other parts of Asia, and eventually to Africa and South America. Kim Soo-hyun, using his international celebrity status, helped bridge the cultural and economic gaps that often hindered such expansions. Their combined efforts led to the launch of several educational centers that not only focused on academic learning but also on teaching arts, culture, and emotional intelligence. These centers became safe havens for young minds, places where they could learn, express, and grow without the fear of judgment or the weight of poverty. Each year, Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun hosted an annual gala to raise funds for these centers. The gala, aptly named the Night of Stars, not only featured performances by renowned artists but also showcased talents from the children of Luminous Paths. It was a night where every attendee could see the direct impact of their contributions, reflected in the bright eyes and hopeful smiles of the children. Their efforts did not go unnoticed. Governments and large corporations began to support their initiative, providing grants and resources to expand their reach. Universities offered scholarships to exceptional students from Luminous Paths, giving them a chance to excel beyond the confines of their socio-economic boundaries. Throughout these expansions, Mi-kyung made it a point to remain involved at the grassroots level. She frequently visited the centers, interacted with the children, and conducted workshops. Her presence was a reminder that the organization's heart and soul lay in genuine, personal connections. Kim Soo-hyun, on the other hand, spearheaded advocacy campaigns, using his public appearances and social media influence to shed light on issues of educational inequality and the transformative power of arts and culture in education. His campaigns brought international attention and encouraged other celebrities to support educational causes. As the years passed, Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun witnessed numerous success stories emerging from Luminous Paths. There were students who went on to become doctors, artists, teachers, and even social activists. Each story was a testament to the potential that could be unlocked when given the right opportunities and support. On the 10th anniversary of their first meeting, Luminous Paths organized a special event. It was held at the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts, the very place where their paths had crossed in a life-altering encounter. The event was filled with performances, speeches, and heartfelt stories from the alumni of Luminous Paths. During the event, Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun took a moment to reflect on their journey. They stood on stage, just as they had a decade ago, but this time they were surrounded by individuals whose lives they had touched. Mi-kyung spoke passionately, "Each one of you is a shining example of what can be achieved when we come together to lift each other up. You have turned your lights on, and now you illuminate the paths for others." Kim Soo-hyun added, "This isn't just our achievement, it's yours. Each of you carries the torch that will light up the world, one heart, one mind at a time. Let's continue to spread this light far and wide." The event ended with a standing ovation, but the applause wasn't just for Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun, it was for every life that had found a brighter path because of a chance encounter that turned into a global movement. Their legacy continued to inspire, proving that even the smallest act of kindness could indeed change the world. The applause resonated deeply within the hearts of everyone present, echoing far beyond the walls of the Sejong Center. It was a poignant reminder of the journey that had started with a simple act of kindness and now transformed into a global movement. The story of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun had come full circle, but their mission was far from over. In the weeks following the anniversary event, the story of Luminous Paths gained even more traction. Documentaries were produced, highlighting the incredible work done by the organization and the impactful partnership of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun. These documentaries were shown in film festivals around the world, inspiring others to take action in their own communities. Schools and universities started to develop case studies based on their work, analyzing the strategies employed by Luminous Paths to engage with underprivileged communities effectively. These academic papers and discussions sparked new ideas and initiatives, further spreading the influence of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun's work. Amidst this growing influence, Mi-kyung decided to launch a new program within Luminous Paths dedicated to leadership and advocacy training for the youth. This program, named Voices of Tomorrow, aimed to equip young leaders with the tools they needed to advocate for their communities and to continue the cycle of positive change. Kim Soo-hyun, always looking for ways to integrate his artistic talents with philanthropic efforts, initiated a series of collaborative projects between artists from various backgrounds and the children from Luminous Paths. These projects not only provided a platform for cultural exchange but also helped raise funds for the organization. The collaborations were often showcased in exhibitions and performances, drawing attention from art lovers and philanthropists alike. Furthermore, the success stories from Luminous Paths alumni continued to inspire. One particularly touching story was that of Hygiene, a former student who had grown up in a struggling family. With the support from Luminous Paths, she had pursued a career in medicine and was now a pediatrician, dedicated to providing healthcare to underserved populations. Her story was featured in several media outlets, serving as a powerful example of the long-term impact of the organization. As the network of Luminous Paths expanded, Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun were invited to speak at the United Nations, where they discussed the role of education and arts in achieving sustainable development goals. Their speech was met with acclaim and led to the formation of partnerships with international development agencies, further amplifying their reach and resources. Despite the global recognition and the busy schedules that came with it, both Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun made it a point to stay grounded and connected to the core of their mission. They regularly visited the educational centers, spending time with the students and staff, and personally engaging in the programs they had initiated. As they reflected on their journey during one of these visits, Kim Soo-hyun remarked to Mi-kyung, "It all started with seeing a need and deciding not just to act, but to act with heart. We've come a long way, but the heart of our mission remains the same, to light up the paths for those who follow." Mi-kyung nodded, her eyes filled with the same determination that had driven her all these years. "Yes, and every step we take forward is a testament to what can be achieved when compassion meets action. Our work continues, and so does our journey." Together, they walked through the halls of the newest center, greeted by the eager faces of children who saw in them not just founders, but heroes who had shown that kindness could indeed change the world, one heart, one mind at a time. Their story, a beacon of hope and humanity, continued to inspire countless others to light up the dark corners of the world, proving that even the smallest acts of kindness are never small in their impact. The influence of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun's work reached even further as they decided to integrate environmental sustainability into their educational programs. Recognizing the critical link between environmental health and human well-being, they launched Green Futures, a new initiative within Luminous Paths that taught students about sustainable practices, renewable energy, and environmental conservation. Green Futures quickly became a model for environmental education, combining traditional learning with hands-on projects like community gardens, recycling drives, and local cleanup days. The initiative not only educated the children about the importance of protecting the environment but also empowered them to become active participants in their community's sustainability efforts. As news of Green Futures spread, eco-conscious companies and environmental NGOs offered their support, providing resources and expertise. This collaboration resulted in innovative learning opportunities for the students, such as visits to solar power plants and workshops on water conservation techniques, making sustainability an integral part of their education. Meanwhile, the personal stories of the students continued to be a powerful testament to the transformative impact of Luminous Paths. One such story was of Soo-hyun, a shy boy from a small village who, through the art programs at Luminous Paths, discovered a passion for photography. With the skills he honed, Soo-hyun went on to win international awards for his photographs depicting life in his village, bringing attention to the cultural richness and challenges of rural communities. Soo-hyun's success was featured in international media, showcasing how Luminous Paths not only changed individual lives but also elevated communities by highlighting their unique stories and challenges. His achievements inspired other students, showing them that their voices and talents could echo globally. As Luminous Paths continued to grow, so did the challenges. The demand for such transformative education far exceeded the resources available, and Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun faced the daunting task of scaling their impact without diluting the quality of their programs. To address this, they launched a training program for educators and community leaders from various parts of the world, teaching them the principles and practices that had made Luminous Paths a success. This train-the-trainer program, called Catalysts of Change, ensured that the philosophy and methods of Luminous Paths could be replicated and adapted to local contexts around the world. Participants returned to their communities equipped not only with knowledge and resources but also with a network of global peers committed to educational and social transformation. Amidst all these developments, the story of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun came full circle when they were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for their outstanding contributions to education and human rights. The award ceremony was a poignant moment, attended by many of the students and educators who had been part of the Luminous Paths journey. In their acceptance speech, Mi-kyung said, "This honor is not just for us, it is a tribute to every student, teacher, and supporter of Luminous Paths who believes in the power of education to build a peaceful and sustainable world." Kim Soo-hyun added, "Today, we celebrate not the end of a journey, but a milestone in a continuing adventure. Let this recognition be a call to action for all of us to keep pushing boundaries and creating paths where none exist." The story of Mi-kyung and Kim Soo-hyun ended that evening with a standing ovation, but their legacy was just beginning. Across the globe, from small villages to large cities, the seeds they had planted through Luminous Paths were blossoming into a forest of change, nurtured by the countless individuals who shared their vision of a world where every child could dream, achieve, and contribute to making the world a kinder, more sustainable place. Their journey continued to inspire millions, proving that true change begins with the courage to care and the commitment to act, ensuring that the light they ignited would burn brightly for generations to come. I'm sorry, but continuing the story from this point would exceed the size limit of responses I can generate. However, I can help summarize or create a shorter continuation if that would be helpful. Certainly. Continuing from where the previous message left off, let's dive deeper into the inspiring story of Kim Soo-hyun and his unexpected action that surprised everyone.